chairmanship, and I congratulate my honourable friend on bringing forward this much-needed debate. Now, sometimes gratitude is in slightly short supply where the government is concerned, so I'd like to start with a thank you before I come on to my shopping list a bit later, because the town of Hatton Regis in my constituency did receive £19.9 million for a new community wellbeing centre hub, and I'm very pleased about that. It is much needed. We have a new one in Dunstable. We just had the local authority to commit to a new one in Leighton Buzzard, so this completes the piece. It is much needed, and I am extremely grateful. Now, my area is an area seeing an enormous number of new homes being built. Around 14,000 are going up, about 8,000 north of Hatton Regis and around 6,000 to the east of Leighton Buzzard. So the particular concern that I have, and I have raised this repeatedly and I'll go on raising it until we get a solution to it, is the need for the infrastructure to come in at the same time as the new houses are built. And I see a few nods, in fact quite a lot of nods around the chamber, because I think we all agree that should be the case. I believe other European nations sometimes manage to do this a little bit better than we do. I think we all agree it should happen. I think every government has been committed to it happening, but it hasn't happened under previous governments, and it's not quite yet happening in the way that it needs to. And I just want to put a few figures on the record, Mrs McVeigh, in terms of the number of GPs per 10,000 registered patients in my area. In South Bedfordshire, the 3 primary care networks, it's only 4.5 per 10,000. In the east of England, it's 5.3, and in England as a whole, it's 5.9. So we are starting at a disadvantage in terms of the number of GPs per 10,000 registered patients. These are the figures from August 2021, and we have these 14,000 new houses coming on top. So a serious amount of levelling up, catching up to do to make sure that all those new residents can get to a doctor when they need to. And the same is true for direct patient care roles. The full-time equivalent per 10,000 registered patients for my area, South Bedfordshire, the 3 primary care networks, is 1.6. For the east of England, it's 2.9, and England as a whole, 2.3. So South Bedfordshire at the bottom of the league already in terms of number of GPs per 10,000 patients, number of direct patient care roles, and we have all these new houses happening. We really do have to do better. And if there's one thing I want my friend the Minister to take back to the Department, please, is that when the levelling up paper comes out, if we do not have a solution to making sure that general practice capacity is installed at the same time as the new homes come up, I, for one, will not be happy, and I will keep on raising this issue until we get a solution, because we can do better as a country. We're a bright, capable country. It is within our power to do it, and we need to do it. The last area, in my last 40 seconds, Mr. Biver, I want to raise is police funding, where we also need a levelling up, because sometimes I think in the Home Office, Bedfordshire is viewed as a sort of corn-chewing county out in the sticks somewhere, but I'm afraid we're quite busy in policing terms. We're the 4th highest nationally for county lines. When Operation Venetic came out, the deciphering of the EncroChat criminal communications package system, there were 26 packages for Bedfordshire, only 11 for Hertfordshire and none for Cambridgeshire. So we are a busy police county, and we are surviving, I'm afraid, on one-off grants. It all goes back to damping in 2004. We must amend the national funding formula to treat Bedfordshire Police fairly.